What about you, Noella?
Well, were you born blind?
Ooh, first of all, good job, Noella. Good job. Do you know how adults ask that question? They go, were you born visually unable to process? Like, they just jump through so many hoops to say the word blind. Kids are like, were you born blind? And you're like, yes. Noella, never stop doing that. You understand?
Yeah.
Speak your mind all the time, okay? I wasn't born blind. I was born blind in my left eye. And then I had vision in my right eye. And then when I was a little older than Jonah, I got shot in the eye with a water gun in the good eye. And it detached the inside of my eye. I know.
Can it get better?
Well, so they did a bunch of surgeries to try to make it better and fix it. So there's still a little vision in there. But had they kept poking at it, they would have killed all the vision in it, right? So eventually I was like, guys, why don't we just stop doing that? And so we stopped doing that because sometimes you got to know when to stop doing things. Does that make sense?
Still see a little?
A tiny bit out of this eye. Like a tiny bit. In the right moments when I stand on one foot and I kind of turn. I'm just kidding.
Well, like, can you see my dad yet?
Now we're going to start throwing different things out.
She's like, here's a board.
How many fingers am I holding? No.
I can't see your dad yet, no. But soon and very soon.
Seriously, like I think, and especially this is why I was excited about having them here, is off the walls as it is, you probably get asked, I would imagine, the same questions from the same style of radio personalities on a regular basis. So to try to do something a little bit different, yeah.
I love good questions. And I love questions because, like, you know, you've done this.
Yep.
We can all autopilot the heck out of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But, like, when something makes you really think, it's my favorite.
All right, Noella, what you got? Let's go fire off some questions. Let's see what you got for him.
Well, are you friends with Toby Mac?
I am friends with Toby Mac. Actually, he's a really, really sweet man. And he is a jokester. And when you run into him, he always has something clever to say. And he will poke fun of you. So he's a fun guy.
I love that.
I wanted to know what his favorite fast food is.
Okay.
My favorite fast food? Ooh, okay, that's a good question. It depends on where in the country I am, right? So in Nashville, we have Nashville hot chicken, or barbecue. So right on my street, there's a place called Edley's Barbecue that I really love. Or Hattie B's is the hot chicken.
The hot chicken.
Yeah, or if we're feeling very spiritual on any given day, it's always Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Any day but Sunday.
Jesus chicken, you know what I mean?
What else, Noella?
How do you like Wendy's?
She's a reporter, this one. You know what? I can honestly say I've not had Wendy's in a very long time. So I don't even know if I like Wendy's.
Do you like McDonald's?
I also have not had McDonald's in a very long time.
They got out of school a little early today and we surprised them with some McDonald's for lunch.
I love it. No, you know what I do like at McDonald's? Whenever we do go to McDonald's and I'm really hungry, I try not to eat McDonald's, honestly, but the fries, when they're hot, are amazing. But once they go down even 2 degrees, you're like, this isn't good for me. But like, as soon as they hand them to you, I could eat those. You know what I mean? That's my guilty pleasure.
So we've been working with the kids. I'll take it for a second. You're really, and you're open about this, which is awesome. But, you know, Noella's big question when she sees somebody, meets somebody, is he or she a...
A?
Say it. You can say it.
A what?
What do you always ask about every single person?
Can I?
You can say it. What do you say?
What do you ask about them?
How old they are?
Okay, now.
Oh my God.
She literally will ask anybody, first of all, if they're alive or dead.
Ah,
Yes.
good.
But
That's good.
She's always quick
Mainly
to ask.
alive.
Right. She'll ask if they're Christian. And you are really open about the fact that you surround yourself with just not believers, with non-believers as well.
Yes.
And we you know, that's a big question that the two of them ask as little ones. Are always like, are they Christian? Are they not? It's okay to know that friends aren't Christian.
Yes.
But you're really open about that.
Not only open about it, I would argue that we have to surround ourselves with as many non-believers as believers, because here's, you know, I'm gonna get biblical and nerdy on you. You ready, guys? Mm-hmm. Because, you know, in the New Testament, we're told to be salt, right? And we're told to be light, right? And if you are in the brightest room ever and you then turn on another light, does it really make much of a difference?
No.
But if you're in the darkest room ever and you turn on the smallest light, doesn't it make a world of difference?
Yes.
And that's why you're supposed to be light. Now, it's like, or if you eat a meal that's really, really salty, it tastes kind of gross. It's just like, ugh, right? Too much salt.
No.
But if you eat a bland meal and someone sprinkles just a little bit of, good sea salt on there, all of a sudden the game's changed, right?
Yeah.
And so, in order for us to be our most effective in bringing forward what we know to be true, we have to go to places where maybe the people around you don't agree with you, right? So that you can be the difference, right? So I grew up in parts of the country where, like I grew up in Connecticut in the Northeast, where most people don't go to church. But when you meet people that do go to church, they really mean it. They go to church because they want to, not because it's like what everybody does. So I kind of, I loved it there because in particular, when I lived in New York, I'd say to my friends, hey, I'm going to go to church. Do you guys want to come? And they'd be like, ew, why? And I'd be like, well, because it's good for me and it's, it helps me keep my heart right and blah, blah, blah. And they'd say, we hate that, but we'll see you at brunch, right? So I'd go to church and then meet them for food afterward. And eventually, once in a while, they'd say, man, you're serious about it. Why do you keep going to church? And then they'd come to church with me. And it's not because I made them or because I told them they had to or I threatened them. It's just because they saw me doing a thing enough times and they saw that I meant it and they saw that for some reason it made a difference in my life.
Did they turn Christian?
A few of them do. And a few of them did become Christians, in fact. And you know what? A few of them don't. But the point is, I don't have to worry about that. Do you know what I mean? All I have to do is live my life and let God handle the rest. So I don't have to go, did I check so-and-so off the box? Because it's not my job. I just have to keep being me. And the rest works itself out because God is way smarter than we are. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I can definitely tell you a few of my friends are Christians now from New York that were not before I hung out with them. But quite frankly, probably a lot more of them still are just doing what they're doing, and that's okay too.
Okay, what is your favorite Bible verse?
Oh, okay. That's a thinker. I'm ready. Do you know my favorite verse has always been, be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. You know why? Mm-hmm. Is that yours too?
Yeah, I have it tattooed.
She has it tattooed.
Oh my
I
God.
love it.
Oh, it's okay. So when I graduated high school, a friend of mine got me a bracelet that said that. And what I love about that verse is that it does two things. It says, A, be still, right? So it tells you to rest. It tells you that you don't have to do anything really, right? It's done, it's finished, etc. It says, be still. And I think sometimes I personally forget to be still. Sometimes because I love running around and I have so much energy and I have so many things I want to accomplish, I forget sometimes to be still. Just sit, just breathe, right? And then the second half of that thing is, and know, right? So in your mind as you're being still, understand, appreciate, know, realize that I am God. So blessing's not God, right?
Yeah.
God is God. So that there's so much packed into that verse that for me, I can marinate on that for a very long time. And that is my favorite verse.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't read the verse Bibles. I actually used to read this graphic novel Bible.
Love
and
it.
It told a bunch of things. And I know one of them was that whenever Joseph got sold for slavery and stuff like that. And his brothers pushed him down a pit and stuff like that. That I can definitely say that's my second favorite one.
That's your favorite.
It's the second favorite. It goes back to the dodgeball conversation.
What's your
We just
first
throw
favorite?
My first favorite
like, get in
is
this well.
definitely the one where God splits the Red Sea.
Yes.
So that what's his name?
Moses and Israel
Moses
can
and the Israelites.
get across.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a
That's
good
definitely
one.
my favorite.
It's funny that he brings that
I
up.
wrote a song
because
about that.
You did. I was actually, that was my part of my Bible study today was Joshua. I've been reading Joshua. So it's like they just went over the Jordan River.
Yes.
Just crossed over the Jordan. I was like, hey, and it's like not even reading that on purpose, knowing that you were going to be here. It's just funny how that all just kind of lays into it just lays in where there we go. It just kind of happens that way.
Look at God, guys.
What else? What else
you
you
got?
guys thinking?
What's
Imagine-
your favorite ice cream?
There's a place called Jenny's Ice Cream. Do you guys have Jenny's down here?
I don't know.
It's in Nashville. There's an ice cream called brown butter almond brittle, and it's my favorite ice cream. And there's a Jenny's Ice Cream at the bottom of my apartment building in Nashville, and it is very dangerous.
And you set yourself up pretty well. You've got the hot chicken.
Oh yeah, right.
You've
there.
got the ice
Edley's
cream.
and barbecue. Yep.
Why is it so dangerous?
Because I have to avoid it every day. I have to not go in there all the time
Because you like it so
because I like it so much. Correct.
Yep, she's got that right.
She's got it. She knows the math.
So I've got a question. So go back to the Bible for a second and make you think maybe a little bit. I don't know.
Please.
There's so many obvious stories that we come across throughout the Bible. If there was one that you would like to know that you were there to witness, like out of all those different stories, what would be one that would be pretty cool to say that, wow, I caught a glimpse of that?
Guys, okay, I'm going to nerd out. Oh, man. I think I can, right? It's all Bible.
Sure.
The woman caught in adultery. I know that's really weird, but like what I love about that story is how Jesus, they drag this woman. Look what she did, blah, 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 blah. Tell us to stone her, right? Right? So they think they trapped him, and I love this. Everybody always thinks they've trapped Jesus in something. And they always want him to make this binary choice, right? This or this. And so they go, well, she broke the rules, so clearly we have to kill her now. So tell us to start stoning her. So they're like, confirm the law for us. Or are you going to tell us to let her go and then make yourself a liar and say, okay, so you don't want the law, right? So they think they have him cornered, right? And he, being the cool guy that he is, he starts like writing on the floor, on the ground. And man, how many people have said, don't you want to know what he wrote? You know?
Right.
But so rather than picking this or this, right? He goes, okay, guys, whoever is clean of hand and spirit and soul and mind and all the things, whoever's innocent, start stoning, right? And I love that because he says, you're right. If you really want to obey the law, then let's hold it up to all of us, right? And all of a sudden they just kind of melt away because that's all of us, right? And then he goes, hey, where are all your accusers? And she says, well, they're not here. They're not here. What do I, and they're not here to accuse me. And then he goes, well, then neither do I accuse you, right? And I just think that's so much of Jesus in a nutshell.
Right.
Is this, and so much of what the world does today is that it wants us to pick things. It wants us to pick extremes of things, right? It wants us to say this is right or wrong. And as people of faith, I always wonder why we don't just look at Jesus refusing to take the bait.
Right.
And why don't we always refuse to take the bait? Because the world is just baiting us, you know what I mean? And there's so many ways it wants us to take the bait. And, Jesus was not the taker of bait. He was smarter than that. And every time I watch that happen, I'm like, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really good. Wow.
Really good.
Getting geeked out. I love it.
I'm telling you.
But that's powerful.
Yeah.
I always try to think of that question because I was like, I think when I'm just in the Bible and I'm like, man, that's something I'd really like to have seen, Like we're just talking about parting the Red Sea. Like how cool would it have been to be there?
I should have answered something that cool. I'm like, that time where he, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But I love that story so much.
Yeah.
I want to see if he got any questions.
Set up in the
I
microphone.
want to see if he got any questions.
Oh, do I get to ask? Do I get to ask?
We see how fast the tables have turned here.
Oh, how the turns have tabled. All right, no.
All right, he's
I have
asking you.
questions.
Pay attention.
You ready? What's your favorite subject in school?
I would say specials.
Specials. I remember specials. What specials? Music?
Nah.
Nah. Wow.
Kinda. It's kinda.
Bro, don't
it's
backtrack
fun.
now.
Today I had music.
Okay.
It was really actually fun.
She was like, this time it was actually enjoyable.
Well, we played. We were going to do a concert.
Okay.
Well, we're doing green eggs and ham.
Okay, love it.
And
Little Dr.
what-
Seuss action.
And yeah, tomorrow is actually Dr. Seuss's birthday.
What? Jonah, right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite subject? Please say music.
My favorite is music and
There you go. Thank you.
music and gym.
Gym, of course.
Yeah, because like the gym is like after you do all these workout stuff, you get to do this run, which is just like one of my favorite parts because
Sick.
I get to go full speed around the gym.
Sick.
My favorite part about the music is definitely the recorders. I'm actually
Okay.
learning
Are they
how to
still
play
playing recorders? That's
Yeah.
awesome. You have to play Hot Crust Buns.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
already
you do.
did that. We played Merrily We Roll Along.
Yes.
It's like when you're first starting to play a video game, you don't know like what to do.
Yeah, you just kind of
like
press things and see what happens.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like soon you get used to it, and then you can start actually doing it.
I'm glad the legend of the recorder is still alive and well
Yeah.
because
And
all of us.
that's what happened to me with piano, and now it's probably gonna happen with my recorder.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, piano is way more interesting than the recorder, personally.
Yeah.
I remember learning saxophone, and I think all my neighbors hated me because it kind of starts off like like a dying cow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then eventually it gets smooth, you know what I mean? But for like a week or two, it's not good. What grade are you guys in?
I'm in second. Jonah's in fourth.
Whoa. That's
I'm about to go in fifth.
yeah, that makes sense.
I'm about to go in third.
That makes sense. That's how that goes.
I'm 8 and Jonah is 9. About
You guys, that's such a perfect age to grow up together.
Thank you so much for your time, Blessing. It's always nice to have you here.
Noella, can I shake your hand?
Sure.
That was a 5. I want
Give him a shake the hand.
There you go. Jonah? Bruv.
He's coming around.
Oh, that works too. There you go. Good to meet you. Good to
Like a
meet you.
hard shake.
That was a good manly shake. It was very impressive.
Where over the rainbow. Sky. I keep on getting the skies
It's
wrong.
okay, friend. Keep going. Finish the song.
I know, like sky, star, blue, and I forgot. I can
Noella,
control
when I
it.
come back, you will be a singer, yes?
She just shrugged. She goes,
Like, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so.